Okay. Let me just make sure. Yep, okay. I think we're live. Hello to anyone who's watching this. Apologies. It's been a long time since you've, any of you have seen my face, really. Because, obviously, as you know, if you've been watching this channel, you'll know I've not been well. And it's been kinda terrible. But, we're back. We're streaming. We're live. I'm very excited. We've got a ton of news stories to go over. Which is why I've started streaming a bit earlier than I would normally. Normally, the great theories, I don't know about that. I've not been feeling too great recently. You didn't see, but before the stream started, I literally was just like, taking my pills, you know? Oh yeah, so there's not a new character, there's new character updates, probably should clarify. Finally, some news. Yeah, to be honest, there's been quite a bit of new news. Obviously smaller than big announcements, but still. Hello, Darry's buzzing for this. Thank you. Do me a favor, like the stream if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. Also, haven't streamed in a while, because I'll briefly go over the rules. Obviously, because of spam bots and stuff, we've set the chat to subscriber only. So if you want to chat, make sure you're subscribed. Yeah, also basically, still got COVID. The thing is, I don't feel too bad. I might cough and splutter occasionally during this stream. But, I'm feeling a lot better, but I'm still positive. I tested yesterday, still positive. So, I'm in that really annoying place where I can't really do anything, but I'm also not feeling too bad. So, like, I've got enough energy to do stuff, but I can't go out or anything like that. Love the streams. Liked it already. Thank you very much appreciate that. It's been a while, so I appreciate everyone heading out for the stream. We got, like, a bunch of ton of new news stories. Varying in good news and bad news. Well, I say bad news, obviously, there is at least... That at least means it's clearing slowly. Yeah, because when I tested last, it was, it did that thing where it was sort of, like, less... When you do the test, it's, like, less prominent. Have you seen the Yasmin Fizzy stuff? We are going to go into that, yeah. That's, one of the things we are going to go over, as well as numerous other things to do with Ncuti Gatwa as well. So, yeah, get hyped for that. Also, as you may know, you may not know, it was my birthday yesterday. So, error. You need to change the video resolution. Oh no! Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully you can still see me. But yeah, it was my birthday yesterday. So, you know, if you want to, like, sort of support the channel, if you want to, you know, feel free to sort of super chat if you want to. But obviously, you know, it's not essential. But it does help out, obviously. And especially because I've, even though... You know, it might seem like I've been making more content recently, like, the content I have been making has been sort of, I guess, like, lower maintenance, and as a result, like, I guess, like, less diminishing returns, and obviously I've been being more experimental over my COVID phase. Obviously, I had, the alternate reality series, which I've just started, and episode 2 is kind of flopping, so after this stream I might push that, just to see if some of you guys haven't seen it. But yeah, happy belated birthday. Hope it was good despite being ill. Yeah, I made the best of it. Mother Theory's made a very nice cake. It was very good. I also have a birthday July 27th. Proudly, oh, here, well, happy birthday to you for July 27th. I don't actually know what star sign I am. I assume if I'm in July, I'm a Leo. So I don't know. I've never looked into it. I've never been a big Starstein guy, I don't know. You know what I mean? But we are going to talk about some of the stars of Doctor Who, like what an epic transition that was in this stream. So yeah, get comfortable, get a beverage, allow me to entertain you all. It feels really good to be doing that again, you know, just sort of having a nice chill time. My birthday is the 16th. Man, a lot of people born in July, I've noticed. Like, over the last few days on Twitter, like, a bunch of my mutuals have also been on the birthday. You could be on the cusp, of getting rid of COVID? I hope so. I really hope so. Don't do a Rose Tyler and meet the Doctor when you're 19. Oh, can you imagine? Impossible. He survived. Yeah. Is that a real Cyberman head? It's based on the blueprints of the original Earthshock designs, but it was a Facebook market seller basically 3D printed them based off the original blueprints, but it's as close as you could get. It's a pretty, you know, it's a damn good replica, basically. But yes, that's Dennis. He's doing well. He's been supporting me over the time. And look, I'm even wearing the Adidas shirt, which I guess has become a meme in these streams. Yeah, it is nice. I got it for quite a cheap price actually for a Cyberman head. It was quite good. I don't know. I can't seem to find the seller now though. But if I do, I'll see if I can link it. But yeah. Anyway, shall we get into some news? I just wanted to sort of give you all a brief State of the Union address, if you will. Dennis, do be a Chad. It's true. It's called Mike Hawk. Oh, okay. I knew someone was gonna say it. Look, they lost the bidding. Is that Davros behind the Cyberman? It is, yes. That is the Eaglemoss Big Davros, which we're actually going to be talking about Eaglemoss in a little bit. So, yeah, let's get into some news. I am feeling a lot better than I was. And I just wanted to stream. I've just been so bored because I can't go out and see anyone. It's miserable. But look, I'm streaming. I'm having a good time. Hopefully it all looks okay and sounds okay because, as I said, I haven't really done this in a while. So, yeah. Okay. I've changed my buttons for streaming as well, so that might take some getting used to, my hotkeys. But yeah, so Ncuti reveals that he has a say in his exciting new Doctor Who outfit. This was a Radio Times exclusive from, when was it posted? The 10th, so 3 days ago. The sex education star will be bringing his own sense of style to the Doctor. While Doctor Who fans know the titular character best for his adventures through space and time, you can't forget their fashion sense, with every iteration of the Doctor bringing their own style to the Time Lord. As for the next Doctor, who will be played by Ncuti Gatwa, we know very little about his take on number 14. However, the sex education star has revealed he will get to contribute to the Doctor's dress style. Asked whether he will be given a say in the 14th Doctor's outfit, Gatwa told the Radio Times at the South Bank Sky Awards, "Yeah, I will." While he couldn't give much away, he added it'll be exciting. Gatwa joked that his Doctor plans are being kept under wraps, even from him, because of his big mouth, but adding that he's raring to go on the BBC sci-fi series. That's a different Doctor Who thing. It's been a while since I've known, so I'm chomping at the bit to start filming. Back in May, Ncuti was announced to be playing the next actor to play Doctor Who, with the BAFTA nominee working alongside showrunner Russell T Davies, who will be returning to the show for its 60th anniversary. Stuff about Jodie Whittaker's final episode, but yeah, obviously that's not too shocking. You know, I'm pretty sure most revival Doctors have had a say in their costumes. I think that's sort of the done thing these days, is that that they get a somewhat of say in their costume, so that's not too much of a shock. But oh, I've just noticed my audio is peaking. Hopefully it doesn't sound too loud. But it's nice. It's actually kind of reassuring to hear that Ncuti's going to have a say, because quite frankly, my man's got fashion style for days. Like, he looks fantastic in basically everything. So I'm kind of glad he's got a big, he's got an influence at least, because I trust that whatever he wears will look sick. Also interesting as well that like his plans are being kept under wraps even from himself. Kind of gives me Tom Holland Spider-Man MCU vibes. I wish Colin Baker had a say back in the day. Yeah, me too. I think what he wanted originally, wasn't it what he wanted originally was like sort of what Chris Eccleston got or something in that vein, like a darker costume, and they gave him the complete opposite. Although, to be fair, I'm going to be honest, I'm one of those people who kind of likes the Sixth Doctor outfit, but what the WTF is Eaglemoss. Eaglemoss is, you might see some of them behind me, they make the little Doctor Who figurines, and we're going to be going into those in a bit. I can't imagine him in a suit, though. Do you mean Ncuti or Colin? Yeah, I kind of like Colin's costume, but I still do think that actors should have a say in what they're wearing. How are you? I'm not doing too bad. But yeah, next thing. Okay, so this was, I believe, in the same interview at the Sky Awards, I think. Wait, let me just make sure you guys can see. Yep. Ncuti Gatwa wants to battle Gillian Anderson in New Doctor Who. This makes a lot of sense. Obviously, the two had worked alongside each other in Sex Education. By the way, if the show could get Gillian Anderson as like a villain in Doctor Who, that would be a massive get. I mean, it's not even that out of the realm of possibility as well, considering that they managed to get Neil Patrick Harris. So I feel like Gillian Anderson is definitely like a possibility now, which is very exciting. Gatwa wants his sex education co-star to act opposite him in Doctor Who. Ncuti has revealed that he would love to reunite with Gillian Anderson on Doctor Who, but with his sex education co-star playing a villain. Earlier this year, the BBC announced Ncuti Gatwa to be playing the next Doctor, taking over from Jodie Whittaker, who currently plays the 13th Doctor. Speaking to RadioTimes.com at the South Bank Sky Arts Awards, Gatwa said he wants Gillian Anderson to take on the role of a Doctor Who villain when he joins the show. I would love to play opposite Gillian Anderson again. I would love for Gillian to come in and be amazing baddie. I would too. Gillian Anderson's great. Like, if you haven't watched Sex Ed, she's great in that. I also think she did a really good job in The Crown as Margaret Thatcher. I think she was great in that as well. I'd love to battle with Gillian. That would be the dream he had. The Emmy winning Gillian Anderson currently stars as a sex therapist Jean Milburn, the mother of award-winning teenager Asa Butterfield Otis in Sky comedy drama Sex Education, the show that catapulted Gatwa to fame when he took over the role. He took on the role of Otis' best friend Eric Effiong. Ncuti Gatwa revealed, he says he's got an exciting new outfit. We read that already. Mentions Neil Patrick Harris, and yeah, I'd love to see Gillian Anderson in Doctor Who. I think she'd be incredible. I think she'd be great. Make it happen, Russell. Isn't the Rani owned by her creator? Yeah, I am pretty sure there is some rights complications with that. I could definitely see her playing a Time Lord character, though. Like, I could see her doing a sort of a menacing Time Lord type figure very well. Most definitely. Soft G for Gillian. Wait, did I say it wrong? Is it Gillian or Gillian? I probably said it wrong. If so, I very much apologise. As I said, I can't speak today. It's 5 AM in Washington right now. Why must you stream when I need sleep? I'm sorry. The thing is, right, whenever I stream, it's the wrong time, because if I stream later in the day in the UK, people are like, I'm in work. And then, like, you know, if I stream earlier in the day in the UK, like, I'll have American people being like, it's 5 AM. It's like, I don't know what to do. Like, time is terrible. The Monk, that'd be an interesting monk. I feel like she needs something more epic than the monk, though, you know? Like, the monk's sort of a little scamp. I feel like, you know, I would want her as, like, Rassilon or something. Like, go all the way out. Like, have her be a big character. Romana should be played by Gillian. Yeah, I agree. Which one is it? Is it Gillian or Gillian? I feel like I'm saying it wrong either way. Rights complications aren't that bad. They let BBB use her. Yeah, that is true, actually. That's true. Yeah, I mean, if BBB can get the rights, then I think anyone probably. It's Gillian. Okay, thank you. I think I got it right this time. Okay, unless you're lying to me, which you could be, just for entertainment value. Which, you know, if you want to do that, I guess. I feel like Gillian would also be a good Rani. Yeah, again though, it's sort of the thing, like, I feel like if they were to do the Rani, I'd want them to, like, you know, expand on the character. Like, I feel like, no, I don't think you're lying, I was just kidding. Glad you're feeling a bit better, mate. Thank you. I've just realised this is the first time I've been on camera since, like, when was the last time I did a camera video? Someone figure it out. Gillian would be a great Dream Lord. Ooh, I like that. Or a Valyard or something. Like, I don't know. I could see her doing a lot. Wasn't the Dream Lord the Doctor? Yeah, but, you know, there's probably ways they could do a similar concept. Yeah, I could see her playing a really cool villain. Like, I think Neil Patrick Harris playing the Toymaker is inspired casting, quite frankly. Or at least we think he's playing the Toymaker. That's the main sort of suggestion at the moment. Anyway, shall we get on to the next thing? I've sort of gone on a long tangent, but to be fair, you know, that's what the stream's all about. Okay, so, new Doctor Who Ncuti Gatwa is awarded another Doctor title. So yeah, this is a thing that I've noticed, like, a lot of actors getting recently. Like, I think the Series 11 cast got this as well. They get doctorates, like honorary doctorates, and he told students to roll with the punches as he collected an honorary doctorate from the institution where he studied acting. Gatwa, who starred in Netflix series Sex Education, said it was an honour to receive a doctorate and described those graduating from the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, I hope I'm saying that right, as artistic superheroes after they completed their studies during the pandemic. I could read the rest, but the Times wants me to pay money, so I'm not going to do that. But I do love how, it's probably a better picture of this, I think I have seen them, but I love how they put twinned with Gallifrey on like a little sign for like depiction. I think that's adorable. I think that's great. But yeah, congrats to Ncuti on the award. Power to him. I'm just really excited to see Ncuti, to be honest. I don't know about anyone else, but sort of the more I see of him in interviews and the more I sort of look at his library of work, the more I'm just like, yeah, this guy's gonna rock it. I've just got a good feeling. Have you been reading Doctor Who Origins? I haven't. I've heard good things though. I would love to see Emma Mackey on the show as Ronnie. Wait, who's Emma Mackey? Someone remind me. I'm not very good with names. I'd also love to see the character, the actor of Mr. Groff play the Master. Interesting. I don't know whether he's got the presence for the Master. I can actually, you know what? I can see him as the monk more so than probably Gillian. But yeah. Does the Dream Lord and the Toymaker have similar abilities? Well, I think the Toymaker is more sort of like he creates games, whereas like the Dream Lord creates, well, dreams, I guess. So like I'm kind of like conceptually like you could pull similarities, but like obviously they have their differences as well. The Rani was a great character in Mark. It was only in time that they made her just female master. I guess. I don't know. I mean, like obviously you gotta think as well. Like the last time we technically saw her was in Dimensions in Time, which isn't the best showcase for much of anything, if we're being honest. Sorry, Jenny. I got a friend called Jenny who really likes Dimensions in Time, and I do not get why. But what's the next thing? Oh, this is a good one. Doctor Who star Yasmin Finney confirms her character Rose is trans. Yeah, so this was basically I won't play the video just because, you know, I mean, I can play the video if you want, but I just felt like it was easier to read it. Because I think I also haven't got, like, my audio stuff sorted out for you guys to hear it. But, up until now, not too much to be given away about the character Yasmin Finney will play in Doctor Who's 60th Anniversary Special, other than the fact that she shares the name of beloved companion Rose. But speaking at a London Trans Pride event at the weekend, Saturday 9th of July, the Heartstopper star has now confirmed her character will be trans. Speaking to a large crowd and aiming her remarks at recently resigned Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Finney said, How many of you have seen Doctor Who? Yeah, because that is also a moment, that is also a show where my character is trans. So Boris, I hope you see Heartstopper, I hope you see Doctor Who, because I exist, and I know you know I exist. We all exist, and we're not going anywhere, period. Powerful stuff, based. I can't wait to see a character. I think a lot of people assumed that like she probably was going to identify trans, as in the character was going to identify as trans, but it's nice to have that, you know, confirmed, and I think it's great for representation, and I trust Russell to do an excellent job. He's absolutely phenomenal at, you know, writing diverse casts of characters. You know, it's his, like, big thing with, you know, years and years, and it's just in, like, he does an incredible job, and yeah, I'm really excited, and obviously as well, you know, not specifically to do with LGBT representation, but in terms of seeing, you know, like obviously we've got Bernard Cribbins in a wheelchair and stuff. That's really exciting for me as a disabled person. So yeah, I really appreciate Russell, you know, for telling these stories, and I think, you know, Yasmin Finney's going to do a great job. For everything I've seen, she seems like a wonderful actress, and I can't wait to see what she does with it. It's going to be great. Life on Doctor Who gets brighter and wilder. Okay, we've read that already. Yeah, very exciting stuff. Also, mods, do me a favour. I haven't seen it yet. Hopefully my chat's cool, but like if there is any, you know, transphobic stuff, get rid of it, because I don't want that in my chat, please. Thank you. Oh, I just noticed there was a big drop. Dimensions in Jen, yeah, that's the one. I haven't seen anything transphobic yet, so yeah, we should be good. But yeah, I'm just sort of preemptively saying, you know, if there is anything to get it going. Wait, Tharis is disabled? Yeah, that's something that's really funny. Like over my period of my birthday, I've had a lot of people being like, "Wait, I thought you were older." It's like, no, and I'm like, I have the occasional comment being like, "Wait, you're in a wheelchair?" It's like, what do you think this is? Like, I don't know what you think. I mean, maybe they just think it's a big oversized chair. But I've always thought it was fairly obvious. I'm going to be honest. I've not really made much of an effort to hide it. I mean, my sort of catchphrase for the longest time was "Hello, friends from the wheelchair gang." Transphobes can all fuck off. Exactly. Oh, Eramaki's Maven Sex said, yes, I would like to see her in Doctor Who. I think it would be great if she was Shui's companion or something. That'd be fun. Epic gaming chair. Yes. Any updates on Bernard Cribbins? Is he okay? Yeah, I was going to talk a bit about that. Obviously, I'll get to it in a bit, but yeah, we are going to talk about that. Lol, I need JK. I know you were joking, but there's some people who, and ironically, aren't sure, which I just find really funny. But yeah, I know you were probably joking. Looking forward to the podcast next week. Yes, I did a podcast with MCTV. It was very good. I had a very nice time. It's going to be great. If that feels like ages ago, but yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. That was before, my life went bad. The dark times. RTD2 can sometimes go wonky, but its characters always feel very real. I think that's why I love his era. His character work is always sublime. Even if an episode isn't, the best, because obviously every show that has their, weaker scripts, the character work is what pulls it through for me a lot of the time. But yes, let us get into the next topic of discussion today. I'm really enjoying this stream. I don't know about anyone else. Leave a like if you're enjoying the stream. If you're not, I'll just cry. What was the next thing? Right. I hadn't actually seen this until I was looking on Twitter, on the Radio Times Twitter. Alex Kingston was asked about a return to Doctor Who, to which she responded, "Bring it on, Ncuti." River Song star Alex Kingston has teased a possible return to Doctor Who. Speaking at an event during London Film and Comic Con 2022, the thing I was supposed to go to, but COVID screwed me over. God damn it. Speaking at an event during London Film and Comic Con 2022, as shared by @DoctorWhoHats on Twitter, @WhoHats on Twitter, sorry. That actress addressed whether the character might be involved in future seasons by saying, "Who knows? Bring it on, Ncuti," is all I'm saying. You know what? It's difficult with River Song. To be fair, I'll read the rest of the article, but I'll give you my thoughts on a River Song return in a moment. Kingston made regular appearances on the sci-fi series in the past, especially during Matt Smith's stint as the Doctor between 2010 and 2013, and starred in 15 episodes of the series in total, alongside the 10th Doctor and 12th Doctors. She has gone on to reprise the role in an assortment of Big Finish adventures, and has always appeared to be willing to make a return to the main series. Speaking on the One Show back in January this year, she said, "Of course I would want to come back. I feel like River, she started at the end, as it were, so there's only one way to go, which is forward, and to continue living." And with several stars, including returning to the show, including David Tennant, Catherine Tate, we couldn't rule out another appearance for River Song at some point down the line. Yeah, interesting stuff. Obviously, it makes sense that Alex Kingston would want to come back. Alex Kingston, seems to have really enjoyed her time on Doctor Who. If I'm being 100% honest, though, and this is just me being 100 OP with y'all, don't know why I did that slang. I am somewhat unsure about a River Song return. Not because I wouldn't want to see Alex Kingston back, but just because I feel like they wrapped up River's story really well, and I felt like she had a one continuous conclusive story that wrapped up well, and it had a nice ending, and I don't know whether we need to see more. That's just me being, I liked the way Moffat ended it with 12 taking River to the Towers of Darillion, and obviously giving her the sonic screwdriver that we see in Silence of the Library and Forest of the Dead. I thought it was a really nice ending. So I am a bit unsure about a River return. Not because, again, I love Alex Kingston, I think she's great. I just think that she was ended off really nicely, and I don't know whether I would want, another person coming in. Unless, right, I think if Moffat came in and was like, "Oh, I've got another thing I want to add," and, you know, Russell was cool to let him write it, I'd say fair. But I do think I liked where River Stories was, and I do feel as though it was Moffat's story to tell. I understand that with Doctor Who, you know, other showrunners bring back characters from other eras, but I feel very specifically with River, it's meant to be its own one story. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's his story that he told, and it's kind of like, I don't know, I just don't want it being like, sort of, I guess, mess with too much. But then, I don't know, maybe they could do something really cool with it. I'm sort of on the fence with the idea of it. Like, it could work. I think as well, I just knocked my microphone. I think as well, I'm not too big, and this is another me thing, I'm not too big on the whole, you know how Big Finish, they'll do like the Big Finish stories where like, oh, it's River meeting the Third Doctor and stuff. I think it kind of takes the impact out of the original, like, scene in the Forest two-parter where the Doctor's like, or River's, sorry, is like, this is the youngest I've seen you. I don't know. I just feel like River's story is one of those where I'd rather they left it alone. But, you know, if there was a way... Oh, don't get me wrong. If she was, I'd be up for it. I'm just sort of... I'm hesitant because I don't want... I don't want them to mess up her story because I think it's ended really nicely. And I think 12's whole arc of coming to terms with it was really nice as well. Also, someone said, any update on the Alex video? I haven't heard from him in a while. I might have to try and chase it up. Obviously, I felt unwell, so I might chase it up again once I'm feeling a bit better, because I'm getting there now. So I still do want to do it. I'm just sort of, it's just sort of, you know, whether he's still up for it and is free and stuff. I think he was busy a lot when around the time I was thinking of doing it. But hopefully it'll still happen. Hopefully it'll still happen. Someone asked me something. I think the kids from Sarah Jane Adventures should get a spin-off. I'd be down for that. Yeah. It could feel very tacky, like when they brought Jack back for Series 12 and did like nothing with it. To be fair though, this is not written by Chris Chibnall, probably. And obviously that's a bit harsh, but I mean, you know, I kind of trust Russell more than Chibnall is all I'm saying. But someone said, thoughts on a Christmas special this year? I'm not ruling it out. I refuse to rule it out. A lot of people saying it's unlikely. I don't know. I still think there's something in the air. In all honesty, I don't mind if K9 doesn't come back. I think K9 is one of those scenarios where it's like, he's a cool cameo character. Like, I wouldn't want, you know, him to like stick around long term. Nice to see you back. Happy birthday to you. By the way, Gillian is pronounced Gillian. Okay, yeah. With soft J. Oh, definitely. But it's very easy to fall into the style trap. That is true. I do think, though, as I've said sort of before, the thing I like about what Russell's been doing with the characters he's bringing back is that, like, while they are, you know, nostalgic characters, they're not exactly the same as how they were when we last encountered them. So, you know, obviously, Tennant is back as the Doctor, but it's not quite how we know it. You know, Catherine Tate is back, but, like, time has passed. You know, they are evolving these characters, which I like. They're not just being like, hey, look, it's them exactly as you remember them. Or at least it doesn't seem to be. I do think it would have been a harder sell for me if they were just like, here's some unmade 10th Doctor episodes. It would be a bit like, oh, okay, we really are just sort of resetting here. But from what we seem to have seen, it seems to have a plot reason, or at least, you know, we can infer that it has a plot reason. So I'm more than happy for it. Yeah, and it's the 60th, so it's inherently lots of nostalgia. But yeah, I feel like that's the thing as well. Anniversaries are one of the times where they can get away with that too. It's like, it's the anniversary. Like, if you can't do a bunch of nostalgia in the anniversaries, when can you do it? You know? The thing is, yeah, the official announcements have stated 2023, but they have also stated, to be fair, like, the 60th in 2023. The 60th anniversary, the actual day, is still in 2023. You could still sneak in, like, a late, you know, a Christmas one, or maybe a New Year's one. So then technically it would be in 2023. But, you know, just very early on. I do think there's an earlier thing than what we know, though. What's the next thing? We done that. Okay. Okay, so I just wanted to briefly touch on this. I actually used it as the background for the thumbnail. Oop, that's the wrong button. I did the wrong button out of habit. There we go. Yeah, so you might have seen this on Twitter floating about. NASA have revealed a new image of some ancient galaxies. And yeah, it kind of just looks like the Colin Baker title sequence. Oop, no. I don't want to click on the ad. Yeah, NASA's revealed these new galaxies, and everyone's been making the joke that it looks like the Colin Baker title sequence. I just thought that was funny. I don't know what these galaxies actually are. It says that it's been taking billions of years to reach us, meaning the picture, while taken in recent days, shows an ancient view of the universe. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, interesting stuff. I just felt the need. I just thought that was interesting, so I brought it up. But yeah, there's been a new excerpt released from the new Doctor Who Files of Pompeii novel, which I assume is one of these, the Target ones. Yeah. Ooh, that's a nice cover. When James Moran started writing his return to David Tennant and Catherine Tate's era Doctor Who, he had no idea how relevant it would become. No one told me, Moran told RadioTimes.com, so that was quite a surprise. It's nice for them to give me a publicity boost for my book. Yes, with Tennant and Tate back filming for the 60th anniversary, showing Russell T Davies once more behind the scenes. Interest is key high in the 10th Doctor and Donna, which makes Moran's new Target novelisation of his 2008 episode The Files of Pompeii even more relevant. Alongside other new Target novelisations of modern classic episodes, including Rona Munro's Years of Light and David Fisher's The Androids of Tara and The Stones of Blood, Moran's revamped novelisation version of Files on Pompeii is out this week. Oh wow, I didn't know it was out this soon. And RadioTimes.com can exclusively reveal a first look extract from the book taken from the prologue. I won't read out all of it because it's quite long, and I don't want to drag the stream too much. But if you want to look at it, go to RadioTimes.com, give it a read. Very cool stuff. I might actually pick that one up because Radio Times. Fires of Pompeii is one of those stories I feel like it makes sense to novelize. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's some stories that like lend themselves well to a book, and I feel like Fires of Pompeii definitely fits into that category. Do you think we will get a teaser trailer for the 60th anniversary special at the end of the centenary? I don't know. I think we might get one of those. Like, I think obviously we'll get a regeneration of sorts or something. I think that's going to happen, but I think it'll be more of the Doctor will return in blank scenarios, like rather than a full-on teaser. Oh man, no, I love Fires of Pompeii. The entirety of Series 4, to be fair. Yeah, I really like. Apparently that K9 series was Australian or New Zealand, I think, and it was a standalone, not connected to Doctor Who franchise. Yeah, that is true. That is a weird little oddity. Although, to be fair, like, I think one of the packages with K9 had a little Rassilon sign on it, so I don't really know, what they hold the rights to and what they don't. I've got no idea. But it's still interesting, nonetheless. What's the next thing on our list of things to discuss today? Done that. Okay. Michael Troughton wants to do the 13 Doctors for Big Finish. Obviously, Michael Troughton is, I believe, one of the sons of Patrick Troughton. I think that's right. All 13 current numbered Doctors have yet to appear in a story together, although for the show's 50th anniversary, it featured all the Doctors, including footage of 12 and John Hurt's War Doctor. In his interview, Troughton also spoke about how playing his father's role was an honour because he was such a brilliant actor, and also that he was the reason why Doctor Who carried on. Yeah, cool. I mean, look, Big Finish do everything at this point, so I would not put it past them to make a story that's like all the Doctors in one story, technically. I mean, they've got, First Doctor impressionists. You could get Michael Troughton to do 2, even Fraser Hines if you want to, do that. And then, like, obviously for 3, you could get, like who's the guy who does 3? Is it Tim Trelaw? Is it Tim Trelaw who does 3? And then obviously Tom we still have around, and then everyone else we still have around. You know, even Eccleston does Big Finish now. Obviously with Smith and Capaldi, you might have to get Impressionists for that. But yeah, why not? Because they've got the rights to 13th Doctor stuff now, because they're doing the Master and Fugitive Doctor audios. So yeah, I'd be down for it. You know, Big Finish, they do everything. Speaking of Big Finish, I haven't got it up on the little my bunch of tabs. We've got a new Big Finish story that's a sequel to Team of the Cybermen. Oh, Ice Cream Man. Yeah, we've got a sequel to Team of the Cybermen coming from Big Finish, which is an interesting idea. I can't lie. I don't imagine... I mean, obviously, Team of the Cybermen is like one of the best Doctor Who stories of all time, in my opinion. So I'd be interested to see how they do a sequel to it, but I am very interested to see what they do with it. It's with the 5th Doctor, so that's interesting. What's next? Okay, so this was an interesting one. I saw this the other day and thought, oh, that's interesting. The Cardiff TV and film set design. Okay, the Ice Cream Band's coming back. So you can tell the Ice Cream Bands are out now in full force because it's summer. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, this. So the Cardiff TV and film set design firm behind Doctor Who and Sex Education completes £9 million buyout. £9 million buyout, or MBO. Forward TV and Film has worked with Disney, Netflix, Lucasfilm, BBC, Sky, and HBO. So quite a big repertoire of content. One of the UK's leading TV set and film designers has completed a £9 million management buyout. Cardiff-based Forward TV and Film have completed a multi-million-pound deal following a £6.4 million investment from London private equity firm Connection Capital. As part of this, as part of the MBO, the owners will retain a board seat and a meaningful level of equity in the business. Okay, so I don't think this really changes anything for Doctor Who. I was curious about it. But it's interesting, you know. The firm's recent works include His Dark Material, Sex Education, Doctor Who, and Da Vinci's Demons. So yeah, I assume they'd still be used for all of those things. It's just, you know, being bought out by a bigger company. But congrats to them, you know. I'm sure it's good that they've been getting more funding. You know, that's only a good thing for entertainment and everything like that. I just thought that was interesting. And with that, we lost 20 viewers. Yeah. Oh, this was another interesting one. Talking about profits. I want to talk about this. BBC Studios profits rocket past $250 million, and corporation splashes cash on drama, but audiences fall. Annual report. BBC Studios hit record £226 million $267 million profits last year, and the corporation splashed the cash on drama as it's emerged from the pandemic. According to the new annual reports, obviously as well, you know, using Doctor Who in the front. However, the report contained worrying statistics on how many Brits are using the BBC each week, coming at a time when it's under pressure from the government. BBC Studios, the corporation's commercial arm, had a stronger year as Director General Tim Davie placed more stress on generating higher commercial returns. And it lists Doctor Who as one of its key brands, so Doctor Who ain't going anywhere. You know, I wouldn't worry too much about like Doctor Who going anywhere anytime soon. And I think it's evident with all the RTD stuff as well that like they're wanting Doctor Who to be one of their big exports. Although it's interesting that they still name Top Gear as one of their big ones, because is Top Gear still popular? I don't know. I've not really watched it since like they all split off. Like I've watched a couple episodes of the new ones, but like, does that still do well? Does that still? Oh, I've just realised my camera's out of focus. Come back to me. Come back. Am I back in focus? Yeah, I'm back in focus. It's like, yeah, does Top Gear still pop off? Does Top Gear still do well? COVID is still here, but I'm feeling a lot better, so yeah. So, but yeah, seeing as they still list Doctor Who as one of their important brands, I don't think Doctor Who's going anywhere. So that's cool. It's good to see them reaching a new financial height, and hopefully that'll mean that, you know, the BBC can fight off, you know, the people wanting to defund it and stuff. But yeah, okay. So next thing I want to talk about is we still good? Yeah, you might have noticed I've sort of gone downhill a bit since Doctor Who is a key brand for the BBC. We definitely are in the same position as the late 1980s, even after Chibnall's era. Yeah, that's true. Like, whatever you want to say about the Chibnall's era, I've had my fair share of criticisms for it. Doctor Who is still in a much better position than it would have been in the 1980s. A lot of people use that comparison, but at the end of the day, you know, it's still a key part of the BBC's like anniversary celebrations with the centenary. It's still, you know, considered one of their key brands. They still care about it. I think that's the reason why we're getting this big budget 60th and Bad Wolf and all that stuff. It's very clear. Top Gear is like your COVID, still here but not the same. Fair enough. I watched 2 minutes of the current era Top Gear, desperately trying to emulate the original trio. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I haven't really watched it that much, to be honest. Yeah. I want to talk about this a bit, because it's really sad. Let me make sure that you guys can see. Yeah, Eaglemoss, producers of the Doctor Who figurine ranges, amongst many other properties, they've gone out of business. According to, I think this is downthetubes.net, they have, I think, they filed a notice with the intent to appoint an administrator today, bringing a sorry end to the publisher's operation since the 1970s. The victim of rising debt, loss of income, and news stand sales during the pandemic lockdowns, despite attempts to change its business model. This is a real shame because I love Eaglemoss. You can see behind me there's a bunch of Eaglemoss figures. I love them. I think they're really cool. I think the designs are great. I think it's a real shame. I hope that, you know, anyone working at Eaglemoss finds new employment. I genuinely feel so bad for you guys. Like, genuinely, I loved Eaglemoss. I think it's a real shame that the Doctor Who ecosystem is going to go without these quality figurines. I really have enjoyed them. And yeah, it's just sad, really. It's just really sad that Eaglemoss have gone. I must say, I was surprised by this news, because normally, like, when a company's struggling, you tend to hear, you know, more about it, but this was just one of those things that just sort of happened. It just sort of came out of nowhere. It just sort of happened, and then, so yeah, it's not looking good, because if you go to the Eaglemoss website as well now, let me do that quickly. Eaglemoss, Eaglemoss. If you go on their website, I think it just it redirects you to like an error page if you like go to one of their products. Yeah, due to a technical issue, we can't take any orders online. If you go to one of their products, let's just say, for example, we try and go to Doctor Who figurines. If I click on one, can I like? Oh wait, hold on. I mean, like, I don't mean just look at them. I mean, like, okay, for example, right, I'm not really demonstrating this very well, but the last time I tried to go and look at an Eaglemoss figure, it basically gave me an error message, which isn't a great sign. Eaglemoss. And apparently, like, all their social media stuff is, like, down, which, yeah, it's not great. Let me see if I can get to one of their like product listings on Eaglemoss. Okay, yeah. So say for example, I go to the website for the Smile robot. It says, you know, 404 file directory not found. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's just a real shame, really. You know, I really enjoyed the Eaglemoss figures, and I just hope that the people behind it, you know, find. Sorry, fairies. I'm watching about 15 minutes behind the live stream. Oh, that's no worries. Obviously, as soon as the stream's over, it'll be, you know, it'll be documented on YouTube anyway, so wouldn't worry too much. They've gone into administration. They can recover from that, but it seems unlikely. Tons of people guaranteed to lose their jobs. Yeah, it's just a real shame. And even though they could recover, it's not looking great. HMV went into administration. They came back. So yeah, I suppose it is odd because, like, you know, whenever there's a new Eaglemoss release, people seem to like buy them a lot. So although having said that, I'm not a business guy, I don't know how it works, I just buy the figures, but I like them a lot, so I hope they manage to stick around. And I just hope that anyone who, you know, loses their jobs finds new employment. But yeah, well, I say a lighter note, that's not really a lighter note, is it? I was just going to get to the next thing, and then I was like, oh, the next thing isn't much lighter either. I mean, it is lighter than that, but, you know, still not exactly what I would consider light, but we have some news about filming. The filming at Belton House in Lincolnshire has been delayed. Filming activity at the mansion will now begin on the 25th and will run until August 26th. The entire estate will be closed August 3rd to August 12th and August 15th to August 17th. So, which is interesting. I think if you go to the Facebook update, anything? Does it show anything? Update about filming closures. So yeah, that's basically just revealing the delays. The one concern I have, obviously, I don't want to speculate about this too much because I feel it's in poor taste to do so. But obviously, for those of you who were planning on going to London Film and Comic Con or just were following that, you'll know that Bernard Cribbins had to cancel his trip to that, and I believe he's in hospital currently as well. And obviously now filming's being delayed, so I don't want to speculate too much, but I do hope Bernard Cribbins is okay, because he's absolutely wonderful. I just hope he's well enough to continue. Obviously, I won't speculate further than that, but my prayers are with him anyway. I hope he makes a speedy recovery, and yeah. Obviously, it could be for a completely different reason, the filming delay, but I just find it somewhat concerning that all of that's happened around the same time. You know, I'm sort of worried that, like, you know, there's perhaps a correlation there, possibly. I'm not sure. I just know he's in hospital, and I wouldn't want to speculate too much. I think he might have had COVID, but I'm not too sure. Is it bad that I'm very excited about Sylvia's return to the 16th? No, I'm excited for Sylvia too. I'm excited for Sylvia as well. I'm excited for Sylvia. It's going to be interesting to see her. Although I hope she just treats Donna better. I hope she treats Donna better. She was mean. She was too mean. But yeah. I realise as well that you guys are slightly behind. He flipped his Corvette, did he? Okay. Wow, that's not what I thought it was. Well, I hope he recovers well. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just knew he'd gone into hospital, and I wasn't sure what the reasoning was. I heard someone say he might have had COVID, but yeah, I wish him to give a speedy recovery. Hope he's okay. So the news is to give you the sort of roundup, obviously, because there's going to be some more stuff. But we've gone over a lot. I'm not going to lie. In the last 48 minutes, the Outcast. But don't worry, I'll sort of wrap it all up once we get to the last news item. But there's been a few things. What was the next thing after that? Okay, this is cool. This is a bit of a tone lifter. We had some newly released pictures from the set of Doctor Who. This was during the filming from about last month, I think, when they were filming all the scenes with the chaos going on, and you can sort of see here new pictures of David Tennant and Catherine Tate, sort of half in costume in David's case. And then obviously there's this one as well with the full costume. Just look at the way he's walking, man. Like, I can't wait. It's going to be great. I'm just really excited for it. But yeah, that's some new images for you. Really cool to see them just together again. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. Yeah, this seems like it's in the scene that was in the past, that took place in the past. So I'm excited for that. Eaglemoss has gone to administration, that's confirmed, but character options is all. That's true. Hopefully we get a lot of character option stuff for the 60th, I would hope. I'd hope we get loads, but you know. Who knows? Lord David wearing Sonic sunglasses now. Yeah, apparently they did, so I think I said this when we were covering the filming, I mean a couple of months ago now, that like apparently they did like a mistake shoot with the glasses on, that wasn't meant to be him with the glasses on, so I kind of hope they keep that in the final cut, just because it'd be funny. Everyone excited for the 60th, but then it doesn't start for another year and 4 or 5 months. That's true, but I think there's more than one episode. I've said that before, I think there's more than one. With the amount of stuff they've been filming, because they've been filming inside a lot as well, like we just don't see that because, you know, it's not publicly accessible, but they've been filming a lot. Like, I'm just saying, I think there's more than one. Do you think RTD2 will be as mature as RTD1? Yes. In fact, I'd probably say it would probably be more mature than RTD1, because RTD1 was very, sort of 2000s inspired, like it was very of its time. And I'd imagine that, you know, with RTD2, it's going to be more of this time. Character isn't in a great position though, that's true. Hopefully, as I said, you know, they can make more stuff for the 60th. I keep my fingers crossed. Yeah. Oh, I don't know whether they'll all be aired in November 2023. That's not what I've heard, but you know, I could be wrong, of course, but I don't know whether they'll all be aired across 1 month. I'm just saying that now. I'm out of the loop with the American news lady. Why does everyone want her back? I think it's more a meme than anything, isn't it? It's just a meme. It'd be funny, really. I don't know. I've saw some people joking about that in chat, but yeah, I assume it's just a meme, really, more than anything. I think I did cover one of the Bad Wolf 3 stuff that said they were coming back. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Maybe like the maturity of Moffat with the quality of RTD1 or better. Yeah, possibly. I hope RTD2 brings back some of the camp. Oh, it absolutely will. If you've seen the scenes with Neil Patrick Harris dancing through those streets, you can guarantee some more camp. Like, that's a guarantee. That's a guarantee it's going to be more camp, I'll tell you that now. It's going to be great. Yeah, it's the American news lady from the RTD era. That's what people were. I'm most excited about getting a new TARDIS interior. Oh yeah, I am looking forward to that too. I've said before, not a big fan of Jodie's one, so I am looking forward to a new TARDIS interior. Yeah, and as well, I wanted to briefly bring this up. I did leave a tab open for it on the stream, but I don't know whether I need to bring it up because it's just George Sheard's tweet about it, to be honest. But for those of you who have been on Twitter for the last few days, you might know that Sophia Myles, actor who played Madame de Pompadour, she was also in Thunderbirds, I believe. She made what's known as a Twitter space, which is basically a place where you can go and talk. It's like a live podcast on Twitter, where you can talk to people live. And in it, she sort of was defending the actions or the alleged actions of well, not even the alleged actions. She was basically saying that Noel Clarke wasn't a predator. And I don't want to get into it too much because I don't, quite honestly, I don't feel like I'm too well versed to talk about it. There's a great Mr. TARDIS video that does a way better job dissecting it than I could do personally. But just know that I know about it, and obviously there was a guy called Rassilon Productions who called Noel Clarke out because Noel Clarke was in the space, not speaking, but I believe he was in the space listening in, and he was booted off despite it being called, ironically, Sophia Myles, like, safe space. Yeah, that was quite an event, to be sure. Yeah, so I don't want to go into that too much because I don't feel like I'm as qualified as other people are to talk about it. But yeah, she said he isn't. Sophia Miles defending No Clock is the thing I want to see this week. Honestly, same. Yeah, it was just sort of like, oh, okay. Yeah. I also saw as well that apparently one of the actors in, I think it was Arachnids in the UK, was like a sort of, I think, transphobic, was sharing some transphobic stuff. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah. So it's 3 ones in November 2023, a Christmas one in 2023, Series 14 in 2024. I mean, it might be. It could be. Yeah, it was her who said that, yeah. Eaglemoss has gone into administration, the figurine people. We covered that earlier in the stream. Yeah, so that was that. I'm not going to go into it too much more. That was the same lady for missing for a bit. I don't know whether Sophie Miles did go missing. Oh, Noel Clarke, I won't go into if someone could link the article about Noel Clarke, but basically, long story short, 20 women came forward with stories about Noel Clarke's conduct on Doctor Who, and yeah, it wasn't good. And that's what Sophia Miles was basically defending. I won't go into too much detail because I'm trying to keep the stream light, but obviously I kind of had to sort of at least address that because I think a couple of people on Twitter were asking me if I'd seen it, and I have. So yeah, that's that. Yes, Tanya Fia was the one from Arachnids to the UK who was sharing transphobic stuff. So that's not ideal as well. Oh, I know that there was one actor from Arachnids that went missing. I don't know whether it was her or someone else. I do remember something about that. Yeah. Yeah, it's not great, is it? But yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want to keep it kind of light. But yeah, I just thought, might as well address that because people will probably wanted to know that I knew about that because I think some people mentioned it to me. Like, I get DM'd a lot of things on Twitter about things. So I thought, I'll just say it here and then we can move on. It was also confirmed a few days ago that we're not getting a SDCC San Diego Comic-Con panel for Doctor Who this year because the lineup has been announced and obviously Doctor Who is not present. Let's be honest, this doesn't surprise me particularly. Consider the fact that we didn't get one for Series 12 and we're in a sort of weird transitional point for Doctor Who anyway. What with it being, Chibnall's last episode, and RTD trying not to upstage the centenary, I feel like, in the case of, obviously, the centenary, it does seem like a lot to go to promote one episode, especially since, Chibnall has basically done, he's basically, ended, he's done everything that he was basically contracted to do, and was, was told to do, or needed to do, or whatever, so in this case, it's like, I don't really blame them for not going. It's like, yeah. And obviously with Russell as well, he's very keen not to upstage the centenary, so I feel like him going to a con, it would have been seen as a lose-lose sort of situation. It's like, oh, Russell doing things again, even though I wouldn't have seen it like that. I just know for a fact a lot of people would have seen it like that. He was basically saying, he didn't prey on me, so he can't be a predator, and that's a terrible take. Yeah, pretty much. The panel last year was bad anyway. Yeah, it wasn't great. So, I'm giving you all spoilers. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not too torn up about it. I kind of knew there wasn't going to be a panel at SDCC. I had a feeling there wasn't going to be. Apparently, Jodie and Mandit weren't available as well. I'm not sure why that was, but yeah, I'm not too torn up about it. It's like, we didn't get one for Series 12. I highly doubted they were going to do it for one episode. And in the case of Russell as well, as I said, it would be kind of weird to, for him to be not say anything about the 60th on, the one show and then just be like, I'm going to say it all at SDCC instead, a place where more people will be watching. It doesn't really make sense. So this, to me, yeah, is sad, but it makes sense, really. I'm not too torn up about it. We've had quite a few announcements of cast for RTD2 anyway. And yeah, someone said in chat, I can't wait for the 2023 panel. Yeah, I can guarantee you there will be a 2023 panel. I'm just going to say that now. I feel like I can say that with pretty much 100% certainty there is going to be a panel in 2023. If there isn't one, right, then you can clip this out of context and go, haha, look, he's stupid, he's wrong. But yeah, I'm, you know, more than okay with there not being one this year. It kind of makes sense. Yeah, that's that. Oh, next thing I want to talk about. There is a charity, basically a giveaway of Doctor Who comics, digital Doctor Who comics. You can get, how many is it? I think the value is £723, and you can get 56 items for just £33. This isn't a promo, by the way. It's just, I think it's cool, especially considering it's for charity. You get like 50 issues of like Doctor Who magazines. Look at all these magazines. Great value stuff. And like I'm probably going to read through a lot of these now because I actually did pay. I bought this because I was like, it's 50 issues for like £30 and it's for charity. Yeah, I'll do it. And so yeah, if you want to do that, I would suggest it. It's at humblebundle.com. If you go on the Doctor Who Twitter, I think there's a link to that. That's cool. I just thought that was cool. That was something that happened before, like just before I started to decide to do a live stream. So if you want to do that, go for it. Knock yourself out. I think that's cool. And then the last thing I wanted to cover was this, which is some new cover images for Doctor Who Origins 4 have appeared via Amazon. Someone mentioned to me if I'd read Doctor Who Origins, and I haven't yet. But I just want to say, these look sick. Like, this looks sick. Like, this one as well looks really cool. But this one in particular, I think looks sick. Like, the idea of, like, what looks to be a sort of Rassilon Time Lord figure, like, crushing a planet in his hand and the Reef Doctor looking on in, like, fear. I love it. I think it's really cool. I wish we had more of this vibe in the actual show. Like, I want to see the Reef Doctor, you know, battling against some really powerful Time Lords. I think that would be sick. But yeah, if it has to be done somewhere, you know, comics make sense, and I think it looks really cool. I've heard Origins is good. I've heard there's some good things in Doctor Who Origins, the Future Doctor series. So yeah, I might well pick these up. But they look really cool. It's interesting. Apparently they release September 14th, so not next month, 2 months from now. So that's cool. And I think that's about all of the news items I wanted to cover, really. Unless I missed something, but I don't think I have. I think your Twitter link is broken. Oh, is it? Is it because I pasted it wrong? For those of you who want to follow me on Twitter, it's just here. Hang on, let me get it. Also, if you've made it this far into the stream and you're not subscribed, please do so. If you're subscribed, then you get to chat in the chat, which you cannot do without being subscribed. Yeah, that Time Lord one I think looks really cool. I thought. Yeah, there's my Twitter for the one person who was asking in chat. But yeah, is there anything else anyone wants to talk about? Anything anyone else wants me to bring up? You might have noticed I've started to go downhill a bit again now. It sort of it ebbs and flows. My COVID at the moment, it's sort of like there'll be some times where I'm fine, then sometimes where I want to die. But you know, we're trying our best to keep going. I'm sub, but what's that? What do you mean? Channel has always been bad at advertising episodes. I will give him this. It's not all Chibnall. Like, the thing is, there are people who like sort out marketing that aren't just Chris Chibnall. What I will say is he was never like the greatest showman. I know that's also a pun because The Greatest Showman is a movie. But what I mean is, like, he was always a more behind the scenes type guy in terms of his presence. Whereas, like, if you look at Russell, he's very like, you know, flamboyant and very look, it's Doctor Who. You know, he's very excited about it. Whereas Chibnall's more like, I just write Doctor Who and, you know, sort of work behind the scenes. Tharies, what's your knowledge of missing episodes? I mean, I know that they exist. Not much more than that. On an unrelated note, the Boys series 3 is great. Oh man, it was. Man, I gotta say, like, the Boys just have been killing it. Like, it's genuinely, I said on Twitter the other day, even though Doctor Who's my favourite show of all time, like, The Boys is my favourite show of recent years. Like, it's phenomenal. Rooting for Chibnall to write an adaptation of The Greatest Showman. That'd be funny if that came to be via my weird pun sentence. House is the one who does the comics. Yeah, I've heard good things about Doctor Who Origins, so yeah. She probably is. I've started reading some of the Doctor Who comics. They're surprisingly fun, and the art is very good. Yes, as I said, I bought the charity like lot of 50 of them, so I probably will read through some of those. Do you watch the Orville? I don't, to be honest. I've heard some decent things. I gotta be honest, I do struggle with the Star Trek type shows. I tried to get into TNG. I tried really hard. It wasn't my vibe. I am going to try again. Maybe try and start with like Series 2. Because I think Jay told me, start with Series 2. If you don't like Series 2, start with Series 3. If you don't like Series 3, you're probably not going to like the show. So I'm going to try my best. But, you know, Star Trek's always been one of those ones that I kind of struggle with. The Doctor Who magazine comics are my favourite Doctor Who comics. Yeah, I've not read the comic strip or in the magazine like consistently for a while, but is that an 11 Sonic replica? Yes, it's the One Company Sonic screwdriver. It's the One Company one that does TVs, but I don't use it for TVs. I just sort of use it to look at it and go, wow, cool. But yes, that's what it is, for those of you curious. I kind of hope they fix the Daleks, because I'm either in a bad place. I don't know how to fix them. What, you mean in terms of, like, writing? Or just, like, visually? I don't know, I feel like we need a new Dalek design, personally. I think it's been far too long. Scott Gray has been writing the comics for years. Yeah, I follow Scott Gray. Apparently, his stuff's really good too. I really want to get into the comics. Like, I think that's something I want to do more of. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to wrap up the stream, because you might be able to hear my voice is going a bit funny. But yeah, we need the return of Dalek Story Act 2. Yeah, I agree. Oh, basically, the only reason we made it the chat sub only is because we had a lot of spam bots who would just like come in and spam. So we basically made it so that subscribers only could speak, so it sort of limits that. And yeah, that's basically the reason. It was just to stop spam, really. Although they did figure out a way around it, they just sort of subscribed and then were able to do it, but they seem to have stopped now, so that's good. But yeah, I'm probably going to head off, but thank you all for tuning in. I've really enjoyed this stream. Thank you all for tuning in. I think we'll get a new Dalek design from Russell. I think so, yeah, and most importantly, he'll stick to it. Yes, I think he should do that. But yeah, I'm going to head off. But thank you all for tuning in. I will see you in a bit. Good morning, yes. Good morning indeed. Goodbye. Terry's actually just really desperate for subs. A little bit. To be honest, the channel subs haven't moved very much. But yeah, if you haven't... Oh, also, before I go, actually. Just before I go. Before I depart. You know what? I got one more thing to plug. If you could all do me a favour, right? If you haven't seen it, do me a favour. I'm going to link it in chat. Just go watch my alternate history video about Missy standing with the Doctor. Please, I would really appreciate it. I really liked it. Go watch it. I beg you. There's 150 people. If you all go watch it, then it might actually... Go comment on the YouTube video right now and be like, wow, good video. So that the algorithm goes, oh, they must like it. Because I really like doing the alternate history stuff, and the algorithm is not recommending it. But yeah. See you all in a bit. Goodbye.